Listen, before we begin, I have to put this up here right in front so that there's no misunderstanding. Nothing presented in this recorded recovery seminar is intended to be, listen, nor does it constitute diagnosis of anything of any kind or medical anything of any kind. I don't do that. Others do that. What I do is present some things from another way of looking at them to see if they can be of some help. I put another spin, another angle outside the box for those who struggle. So I'm reaching out to help them. See if in this that I presented to those in attendance on that day and how I presented it to them, you too can find some new and helpful understanding. This is an outside-the-box, another approach recovery seminar for those alcoholics and addicts who struggle with their sobriety, many of whom have relapsed again, and yes, yet again. See if it helps you. Here's the seminar. This seminar is called Like an Octopus. Like an octopus, it grabs you. That's the name of the seminar. Like an octopus, it grabs you. And I'm talking about the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction. It is like an octopus. It has tentacles. And it grabs you. The tentacles, just listen now. You envision this. And I'm talking again to addicts and alcoholics who didn't get it. So you got to do it a different way. You put it in a way they begin to see it. You know what I mean? One picture is worth 1,000 words. I got to speak 1,000 words till you get the picture. Click, click, click. So the disease is like an octopus, and it has tentacles. Whoa. And the tentacles have names. And there you are with the octopus. On you like white on rice, man. And the tentacle starts to come around you, and it grabs you, and it hangs on to you. And the name of that tentacle is Go Ahead and Do It Anyhow. And it wraps around you, see? Totally engulfs you. And now, because its name is Go Ahead and Do It Anyhow, you can't get loose. How many have felt that tentacle go ahead and do it anyhow? And how many did it anyhow? Yeah. Whoa. And the other tentacle comes around and it says, don't look at the consequences. It'll be okay. They'll never find out. How many felt that one? And you got that thing around you like a damn python, like a snake that's on you, man, and you trying to get loose. Is that true? And you go ahead and you do it anyhow. You say, what are you going with this thing? I want to show you. So it's on you like that. And it has names. The disease has names. Watch this. So if you just think that that's my disease talking. Whoa. Hang in here for just a moment. Got to make this clear. The target audience of this seminar is only those struggling alcoholics and addicts who just haven't been able to get it, still trying. Alcoholism and drug addiction are both known as a sickness and or a disease. So when I use the words sickness or disease as I present to the struggling alcoholic and addict, listen, I'm not making a diagnosis. Back to the seminar. So you know that that is your disease or the disease on you like white on rice. And you can't get loose. So when you feel that happening, just listen. You know it's got you. It's all over you. How many felt it? Yeah. If you don't get somebody there to help you out of the stranglehold that it has on you, you will do what it tells you to do. How many can see this? I've got to go get help from somebody to get the stranglehold that thing has around me, and its name, whatever it is. It's okay, they'll never find out ism. I'm going to do it anyhow. I can get away with it. The family will forgive me. The guy came into rehab. He had it burned into his head. I'm here so I don't drink and I don't drug. That's what I'm here to do. Don't drink and don't drug and go to the meetings. So that's what he did. Spent his days in the rehab, got out, went home, didn't drink, didn't drug. But he was a batterer. He would batter his wife with words. He tore her down. He ripped her apart with words. And his little children saw that, and his wife cried. And the tentacles were all around him. The tentacle says, you can do that. You don't worry about it. You're not drinking. You're not drugging. The tentacle says, go ahead and do it. Stay out these nights. Call it a bitch. Call it a C word. And he was surrounded. The tentacle had him. See? But he wasn't going to reach out for help. And she said, what's going on? You went to the rehab. I don't understand. Well, he thought the only tentacle was the alcohol. The only tentacle in that octopus was the crack, the cocaine, the weed. But I told him, I said, the tentacle says, it says, go ahead and do it. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about the kids. So your little girls cry. But the tentacle wrapped around him and said, stay out, do your thing, enjoy your life, see? And I got a piece of paper here, and I drew the heart. That was his wife, see? And the two little hearts for the two little girls. And I took the piece of paper, and I crushed it. And I said, your kids are in there, because you wouldn't get help when you felt the tentacle around you, huh? With a name that said, do it anyhow. In life is a book. Every day you live, you write a page by virtue of your behavior. No erasures allowed. You can't go back and erase it. He heard that. He heard me say that. He heard me say there are doorways in life through which we pass by walk by virtue of our behavior. You can't come back through the doorway. And he crushed their lives, and he wanted everything to be okay. Anybody see the tentacles? Now you look at it, so the next time it's on you, the next time that thing is squeezing you to go do it, even if you call the dealer, it'll be okay. You could get away with it. It's all right, huh? The tentacle says, don't look at the possible consequences. Next time you feel that coming on you, you think about it, man. You envision that damn tentacle around you, squeezing you to do it. Like, anybody recognize the octopus here? Very good. Is this a different way to look at it? Yeah, it is. You feel it on you. I tell you, it'll squeeze the life out of you. It'll get you to do things you can come back from. And it ain't all about the alcohol and drugs. And there's people in the rooms can help you. The thing has names, and they're real names. And if you know it by its name, not by the disease, not by the say, that's your disease talking. No, that ain't the disease talking. That's the damn tentacle right around me, and it has a name, and its name is all over me. That's the damn tentacle. Go do it anyhow. That's the damn tentacle. I can get away with it. You think the only way it gets you, huh, is with the alcohol and drugs? And the other tentacle comes along and says, he ain't going to drink, he ain't going to drug. How about get him another way, huh? There's a relationship, check her out. And then the next thing you know, isn't that true? Yeah. Keep in mind that it's only for those who are still struggling and trying to get it. Many ways it can come get you. Disease in the form of that octopus with its many tentacles. Yeah. Just go back in the old neighborhood, squeeze them there. Just the same way, go back to the old relationship. Squeeze until they say in their own mind, the tentacle says, they're going to think how I think. Leave treatment early. Get out, you don't need any more. And when you start to think like that, that thing, it's right on you. You better get some help and say to somebody, talk me out of this thing. Get me loose from this tentacle. Or it'll get you. One picture is worth 1,000 words. I got to speak 1,000 words till you get the picture. Click, click, click. It's a graphic picture. It's a way to show it. And now I'm showing it to you. And everybody in this room has recognized the tentacles. Come on, where's the hand? Everybody in this room. But when you look at it that way, it's not your disease talking. It's not. It's got a name. It's I can get away with it. I'll leave treatment early. I can get away with it. They'll never find out. All those names. And that's, see, when you say, that's my disease, that's a mask. You don't know what it is. It's got a mask. It's a plain vanilla mask. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the mask off and I'm giving it real names. When it's around you like the tentacle of a damn octopus, you know what its name is, trying to move you and move your behavior in a way that's wrong, in a way that's going to lead to trouble and consequences. And when you see that on you and you feel it, then listen, you got to get some help. If you don't get help, it's got you. Unless you go get help and say to somebody, this thing is on me like white on rice. Again and again and again and again. I remember in my own life where it was on me. And I had to go get help again and again and again and talk it out and talk it out and talk it out and talk it out. Yesterday, the next day, the next day, the next day. And somebody said, don't you think they're going to get tired of listening to you? Yeah, and when they get tired of listening to me, I'm going to find some other people and talk it out and talk it out and talk it out until that thing isn't wrapped all around me to get me to do something that's going to cause trouble in my life. Lady said she can't stay in the marriage, she can't get out. I said, well, you can't stay, you can't get out, caught between a rock and a hard place. So if you start to talk it out when the tentacle is around her, what tentacle is that? It says you can't stay, you can't get out. So have a little more wine in the afternoon. A little more wine in the afternoon. And you heard that Lucille, 4 houses down, got a little cocaine. And a tentacle squeezes. Try that. But if she gets into fellowships and she starts to talk to people back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, she may still be in the house, she may still be, quote, in the marriage, unquote, but she has detached and she doesn't need the wine and the cocaine to escape it. She has worked her way through it, and while she's there, she's out of it. She has detached. Anybody getting this? You got to get people to help you with that thing. It don't just let go by itself. It stay on you until it wins. The only way it can't win is if you go get the people to talk to. And if this one doesn't talk and that one doesn't talk, you get somebody else to talk to. And if somebody gives you a slogan, and there's nothing wrong with the slogans, baby, but when you're in that kind of trouble and that tentacle is on you, man, a slogan is not adequate for the pain and the danger that you are in. And you got to find people, and you talk to them, they talk to you, you have dinner, you have pie, you have coffee, tonight, next night, Wednesday night, following night somebody else, and they loosen the grip of the octopus's tentacle from you until you're free of it. And it's not causing you to do what it wants to do based on its name. And the people, you got to go find them. They're there. Go look for them. Go find them. Move around. It's your life. That damn octopus and the tentacle it's got on you, it wants to take you out. Take your life one way or the other. It's going to kill you, baby. You're going to die of it or die with it. I don't want to die of it, and I don't want to die with it. I want to live free of it. How many on that? So there's people in my life, and I found them, I looked for them, and I still look, because you never know when the wind's going to blow. You never know when something's going to happen, and the next thing you know, no matter how many years you got, no matter what it is, and a tentacle from that octopus comes along and it got hold of you, man. And you need people to help you get loose of it. Yeah. And you go find those people. They ain't coming to you. They don't fall out of the sky. Listen with your heart and listen when they talk. And you say, there's somebody that when they spoke, I found out, Michael, that they had a tentacle like that around them and it ain't around them anymore. I got to know that person in case that tentacle of the octopus wrapped around me. 8 or 9 or 10 of those people in your life that you know who've been through that stuff and you could identify. You see what I'm saying? The letter gets to where it's going because the postage stamp sticks to it. And you stick to it because you know that that damn octopus with its names and its tentacles at any point can come along and grab somebody round. I had a situation and that tentacle came along. It wrapped itself around me and I'm telling you, it squeezed. And if I didn't have those people in my life talk to them day in and day out, that damn thing wrapped around me, squeezing me to do what I knew was wrong to do, and squeezing again, and wrong to do, man. I was in its grip. And it was only people that talked to me and explained to me and helped me through it that I got loose from it. And loose from it I got, and when I got loose of it, I realized the damage that it could have done had I followed what it wanted me to do. You go look for those people in the rooms. This sickness a killer, man. You don't just go put your ass in the seat in the meetings and la-di-da-di-da go to the diner. There's people in there pouring their heart out. There's people in there been through this. The tentacles were around them. You know, I heard a guy in a meeting one night, the Octopus. He said when the meeting was over, an open meeting, he said, listen, before you all go, he said, talk to somebody. Some of you here, you got problems with marriages. Some of you got problems with finances. Some of you got problems with your car. Some of you got problems with the law. He said, talk to some people here. Everybody here has had trouble with some of that. Find somebody. You folks in the meeting tonight, look around, see if somebody looking for some help. And I said, there's a man that knows it's not just about alcohol and drugs. There's a man that understands. You see what I mean? Alcohol and drugs come later when the octopus got you. You seeing this?
Hey, if you found this Outside the Box recovery seminar that I just presented helpful to you, then share it. Share it with friends on Facebook and on Twitter and on your other social media accounts. You may help someone else's recovery by doing that. Well, that's the seminar. It's important, however, to understand that it's not offered as a replacement for your participation in the treatment and self-help programs that are available. It's offered to you for the purpose of opening new understanding and to encourage you to get into the appropriate self-help and treatment programs that are available for your life. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you around.